She said, well, if you want to do it, I'm game. I said, all right. Hope you ate your Wheaties and ate your Flintstone vitamins because you're going to need it. I mean, this is a hot girl, right? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Story Time. I'm your host, Freddie Shaban. And boy, do I have a spicy one for you today. So the year was 2005. I was operating in Las Vegas as an upscale escort agent. I had over 220 escorts, 33 phone girls, and we worked 7 days a week, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. This was the heyday of Las Vegas. A lot of conventions every day, pretty much all year round, and all the concerts and the boxing and all the other events and the award shows. So Las Vegas Strip was always buzzing. Saturday night, or Sunday morning to be exact, 3 a.m. We've been slammed all night, in a good way and pun intended. And one of the escorts, my Dirty Dozen, which is my top escorts at the time that made the most money and they were the most beautiful, whatever. I had about 12 of them. She was out on an all-evening date with one of our VIP hosts who also happened to be a whale. A whale is a very high-end gambler in Las Vegas. And that's a term they use for someone that spends millions of dollars on the tables or whatever they play. So they had gone to a concert, seen a show at the Bellagio, and this was their second date in a row, 2 nights. And she pretty much was with him almost 12, 13 hours the night before, and this night was the same. And now it's 3 o'clock, and he's been gambling. She's been on his arm. And she contacts the office and let the phone girl know that he wants to see her getting screwed by a guy. So he wants to sit there and watch. I guess nowadays they call it cuckolds or something like this, right? Where a man wants to see his woman with another guy getting slammed hard. So the phone girl, this is out of the ordinary. She contacts me. Of course, I'm somewhere on the strip or whatever I'm doing, working. And she asked me, I said, well, I knew a couple of guys when I was an escort myself for a brief moment that I knew they could use the money, and I knew they were good guys, and I knew this one particular guy that I liked. So I said, why don't you call so-and-so and see if you can do it? And she said, how much, whatever. I said, look, just tell them it's going to be $500. And I think we're charging the client $1,000 or something like this for that, right? Just for an hour or whatever, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it's going to be. And so she tried to get a hold of the guy. Let's say his name was John. And she couldn't. So, of course, it's 3 a.m., right? Sunday. Most people are either out or sleeping or whatever, or busy. So I got a hold of the escort that was with the client. And I had a conversation with her. And I said, well, how, of course, I always told the escorts to walk away, go to the restroom, whatever, when we're going to talk versus texting. And back then, texting was okay, but it wasn't as big as now. And she said, yeah, he really wants you. He's drunk, blah, blah. He's got a little bit of ED situation, so he couldn't really perform. So he just wanted to watch her with another guy. I said, okay. Well, I said, well, how do you feel about, can't find anybody. It's going to have to be me. I'll have to take one for the team. She said, really? I said, yeah. I mean, either that or we're not going to be able to do it. I'm not just going to call somebody off Eros or whatever that we don't know to bring them in. It's too much of a liability. It's not safe. I don't want to just bring people in like this. I was very, very protective of my situation and my company and all this stuff, and my clients, of course, and my girls. She said, well, if you want to do it, I'm game. I said, all right. Hope you ate your Wheaties and ate your Flintstone vitamins, because you're going to need it. I mean, this is a hot girl, right? And I had never been with this girl before. So this was exciting for me as well. I'm single. I didn't have a girlfriend. And, you know, this was business. So we had separation. Anyway, so I get over there. And I was already on the strip. So I was already ready. I didn't have to get ready, whatever. I always stayed ready. I got on the strip, and back then I was, let me see, in 2005, I was 42. And I looked like I was in my mid-30s, you know, maybe early 30s, right? In good shape, of course, and everything. I think I weighed about maybe 245, 250 at the time, you know, no fat, just, you know, abs, everything. So I got there, we got to the suite. The guy offered me a drink right away, you know, pretending I was drinking. I took a little sip, whatever. And he was a really nice guy. Now, he didn't know who I was, of course. I told the escort, don't tell him, just tell him it's somebody that we use every once in a while. It was a really nice suite at the Bellagio, and he had a nice kind of like an ottoman type of thing, like a chair with an ottoman where they put their feet up. So he has his robe on, and he smokes cigars, this guy. So he's got his feet up, whatever, and right in front of the bed. And her and I got on the bed and started really sensual. And I asked him, you know, is there anything you have in mind that you want to see or whatever? He's like, no, you know, he's a gentleman, right? He just wanted to watch. And, you know, he wasn't like masturbating or, you know, playing with himself or anything. He just wanted to sit there and watch like a show, like a peep show. He wanted to be a fly on the wall. And I guess some guys like that. Some guys do that with their wives. They want to see their wives getting banged and stuff like this, or their girlfriend. And sometimes they do it, which is another story I just remembered. They do it where they don't let the guy know that somebody's watching them, which is kind of not cool. So anyways, her and I just started sensual, and just slowly but surely we escalated it, where now it's like full on a porn show, right? Like a porn movie. Just talking, you know, I'm a talker, so talking a lot of smack and, you know, erotic stuff, and she was loving it, and we had a great time. It was very exciting. It was very fun. I was there about an hour and 15 minutes, hour, 20 minutes or so. And the guy actually tipped me. He tipped me, gave me an envelope. Very, very, very classy, of course, in an envelope. It was really nice. It was $500. And that was the tip, aside from the money he'd given her for this particular thing, which was $1,000. And I let her keep, of course, some of it, because, you know, it was her job after all. So it was just the right thing to do, and the protocol. And I had fun. She had fun. We all made good money, and we laughed about it later. And, you know, if you ask him, did we ever do it again? Well, maybe I'll tell you some other time. All right, so there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed another silly story time episode of me doing something silly from my heydays. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay happy.